It's Madden NFL 23, and the spotlight is on Najee Harris, closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year. It's the Eagles and the Colts, next on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
One there, you just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Ryan on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Eagles at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on on display in that victory.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 23 carries, 107 yards. 7-7, our score after 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. These two teams, the Eagles and Colts, the two best rushing teams in the NFL in 2021 a season ago. The Eagles, maybe a surprise to many that they were number 1 last year. Of course, they got a lot of rushing yards from their quarterback that helped them. And the Colts with Jonathan Taylor, they were number 2. prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing that puts them in that position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at the 20. Line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Keelan Cole from 21 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead, pushes him over, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Touchdown, Eagles.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now a first down carry for Harris. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. And I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, had forced the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown! Zach Pascal in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone. So they get two more on the board here just before halftime.
14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant. Play calling as well.
They hand this off to Harris. They're down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs them up 5, first and 15. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Scott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Flat Eagles touchdown. Najee Harris his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Ryan. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now. The 2-minute offensive phase. And everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll run with Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Ryan. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the give, this is Harris. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
They run again with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but